statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. Great to be with you and Healthy New Year. Hope you're doing well and off to a good start for 2016. At some point, I will have, probably won't be today, but I will visit the topic of resolutions and how you can increase your chances of sticking to them or it. And you can. It can be done. You just have to know. And Let's Talk Nutrition is your place where not only do we talk about why you need to do something, but how you need to do it. As I said yesterday, most people know why they need to lose weight. They know why they need to exercise. They know why they need to manage stress. What they want to know is how do you do those things? And that's where we spend a lot of time. Hope you're having a good day today and a good start to your day. The show airs live 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, since it's across the United States, coast to coast, it does play at different times in different markets. You have to check your local listings. Visit letstalknutrition.com where you can catch all of the archived or on-demand presentations of the show, video and audio. The show does stream. And you can also read my articles, and we don't charge to visit the website. Follow us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition / Let's Talk Nutrition, and Twitter, LTN Radio. 877-897-8255. A couple of guests today, and we'll see what's on their mind. Before we get to that portion of the show, there were a couple of stories trending that I thought you might have some interest in knowing about. I don't know if you've noticed, but when you go shopping in the meat department and you look on the labels over the past several years, you could identify from where that particular piece of beef originated. Turns out now that after a decade of back and forth, if you will, anytime when politicians get involved, you always have back and forth. Congress has now repealed, there was a law that required labeling such that you would include the animal's country of origin on the package of red meat. We're talking specifically now about red meat. That law has been repealed. And, of course, the meat industry, they view this as a victory and has fought the law in Congress and the courts since about 2000, early 2000. Many people haven't even been aware of this. Now, you may not consider this a big deal. I mean, do you want to know where your meat was raised or grown? This all, by the way, this all came about, I don't know if you recall, remember when there was that mad cow disease episode several years ago? That's why the law was instituted in the first place. Remember that business about mad cow disease, which is serious business? Now that law is going to be repealed. Just to give you a little insight into what's going on, some detail. Turns out that the World Trade Organization has been involved in this, and they have not been happy about that law and repeatedly ruled against the United States and the law. And so the WTO recently, it was reported, authorized Canada and Mexico, which challenged the law, to begin more than $1 billion in economic retaliation against the United States. I'm typically a fan of the World Health. I'm a fan of the World Health Organization. The World Trade Organization is another different outfit, and so they wanted to have Canada and Mexico go after the U.S. and sanction them in ways that would cost about $1 billion to the U.S. How they were going to do that, I'm not sure. I don't have the details on that. There's a senator, Pat Roberts of Kansas. He's chairman of the Senate Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry Committee. He's a longtime opponent of the labels. He didn't like the labels, and he helped add the repeal to, it was reported, a massive year-end spending bill. So you can thank Senator Roberts. Thank you, Senator Roberts, my man. Really? People should know where product originates. When you read, go into a grocery store. Now they have sections of the grocery store where they have all these different ethnic foods. Read the labels on those products, and you'll see mentioned oftentimes the country of origin. And when it comes to meat, red meat, you want to know, where was that cattle grown? Now, I know some of the ranchers in the northern portion of the United States, northern areas of the United States, are upset with this repeal. Cattle ranchers, because they compete with Canada, for example. And the repeal, they said, was a big, I'm quoting, the repeal was a big defeat for lawmakers from northern border states where U.S. ranchers directly compete with Canadian ranchers. Continuing, those lawmakers insisted on including the labeling in the 2002 and 2008 farm bills, and this year fought to replace it with a voluntary program once the WTO rulings came down. So there you have it. You're not going to know where that red meat came from. I don't know. You may not think that's important. I don't buy red meat, so, just because I don't buy it doesn't mean that I should not be concerned about it. Other consumers that buy red meat on a regular basis, perhaps they would like to know. And I think, what is wrong with that? Why would you fight that? Why are you concerned? See, this is what. Why would you be concerned about listing your country as the source of origin for the meat? Why? What do you care? If the product is fine and you have a good reputation as a cattle producer, why would you care? Makes me suspicious. Nevertheless. So yesterday I had a call from Lansdale, Pennsylvania. Mary, she called and first portion of the show and then hung up, and I couldn't get back to her. And so she looks like she called this morning. Mary, welcome back to welcome. Better late than never. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. I'm glad we could take your call today.
Happy New Year to you, Dr. Gago, and all your people in the studio.
Well, thank you. Healthy New Year to you as well. What's on your mind?
Thank you. On December 23rd, last year, I listened to your show. Dr. Mikowitz was in your show. You told us that he told Dr. Mikowitz 5 anti-inflammatory supplements he Dr. McElwain used it in his office.
Yeah, he asked me, Dr. McElwain, who's a rheumatologist and happens to be my own personal internist, my physician for internal medicine, asked me one day if I could put together a protocol of anti-inflammatory nutraceuticals that he could share with his patients. And I gave that list to him. When we come back, we're headed into some messages. When I come back, I will share with you what I shared with Dr. McElwain, and he's been administering that, prescribing it to his patients. I can't because I'm a PhD, not an MD, and he reports to me that he's getting very good results. We'll be right back, and I'll give you the list.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex-Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
At Nordic Naturals, we know that a commitment to deliver the world's safest, most effective omega oils requires an exceptional process. That's why we manage every step of production from boat to bottle. That includes sustainably sourcing wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries. It means using state-of-the-art equipment and technology at our manufacturing plant in Arctic Norway. Nordic Naturals bottles and encapsulates our omega-3s at our own facility and carefully ships products from our eco-friendly headquarters in California. The result? Nordic Naturals products have received more than 40 awards for taste, innovation, and product excellence. You can trust the quality of Nordic Naturals products and know you're getting all the health benefits omega-3 fish oils offer. Nordic Naturals' high-quality, great-tasting omega-3s make staying healthy easier for you and your family. When choosing an omega-3 fish oil product, choose the #1 fish oil in the U.S. Choose Nordic Naturals. Available at natural product retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Neural Balance with Anandinol. Restore calm, reduce aggression, and increase well-being. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. Talking with Mary in Lansdale, Pennsylvania. She asked me a question. She was listening to a previously aired show, and one of my guests was at the time. The guest at the time was Dr. McElwain. He's on every month, and Dr. McElwain is, as I mentioned, is a rheumatologist and internist. Here has his practice in Tampa. He's my own personal physician, and he had asked me, being that he's a rheumatologist, if I could recommend to him, so he can prescribe for his patients. I can't do that. Some nutraceuticals that would help with inflammation. Certainly, he writes prescriptions to help fight inflammation, but he wanted some natural alternatives, and I gave him a protocol, especially for joint pain and osteoarthritis in particular. And Mary asked me what that list is. So on the list, Mary, is as follows. I told Dr. McElwain fish oil, at least 3 grams a day. And I had recommended, a high-grade fish oil product. Any number of companies, Nordic Naturals, Natural Factors, Jarrow Formulas, any of those companies. But a high-grade fish oil, 3 grams a day minimum. Then Natural Factors Theracuramin. And I know that somewhere between 4 to 5 capsules a day sounds like a lot. But if you want to get an immediate effect, then you back off after a couple of weeks. That was the second recommendation. Third was Zyflamend by New Chapter, about 4 gel caps a day. And then a joint product from Country Life called Flexible Advanced. And then another joint product called 7. I think it's Solgar. I believe that's Solgar. 7 is the name of that product. You can opt to use one or the other of the last 2 joint products. You can take both. Country Life's Flexible Advanced or Solgar's 7. So those were the 5 supplements. Does that help you?
Yeah, it does. One more. May I ask the other portion of the question? I forget to tell.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I forget to tell Mr.
It's okay.
Armstrong
So
about
go
it.
ahead.
Can all these 5 anti-inflammatory supplements are okay for patients with age-related macular degeneration, cataract, glaucoma,
I see.
and diabetic retinopathy, eye disease patient to use?
Okay. So from what I know of those supplements, I have never seen anything that would indicate that they would be contraindicated for any of those particular disorders or diseases. However, that being said, given that I'm not an MD and a PhD, you need to always check with your doctor to make sure and speak with your physician about that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I appreciate you very, very, very much.
Well, thank you. I haven't heard from you in a long time, so it's nice to hear your voice. And I wish you.
No question to ask, so that's why I did not call.
Okay, tell Stephen the question, because I have my guest waiting in the wings. Give Stephen the question, then he'll give it to me, and then I'll try to answer it for you. Stay tuned, and I'll try to answer it sometime today. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Fortin, Josee, Fortin is my guest. I want to get her on right away because I only have her till the top of the hour. Good morning. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, or did I just butcher it?
Well, you pronounce it like most Anglophones do, so it's
no.
Josee
What's the?
Fortin.
I can speak French. What's the French?
It's Josee Fortin.
Josee Fortin.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. What do people typically call you besides? What do you prefer? How would you like me to address you?
It doesn't matter. I'm used to it.
How about Dr. Fortin? Is that okay?
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. So you're a naturopath and a biochemist, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing this kind of work?
Well, I've been practicing naturopathics for 20 years now.
So, what's one good piece of advice? One good piece of advice that you can give people relative, just one. If I said to you, you're limited to one recommendation regarding diet, what would it be?
Try to eat as wholesome as possible all the time.
Try to eat as wholesome as possible all the time. Good piece of advice. You're affiliated with A. Vogel, correct?
Yes, I do trainings for them. I've been doing trainings for 10 years, but I've been using their products in my practice for the whole 20 years I've been practicing. So
yeah, they're one of my favorite companies. They're a great company, European company. They're officed in Switzerland, if my memory serves me.
Yes,
and
Rockville.
Right, and they make a great one of my all-time favorite supplements, Echinoforce. We come back, we'll get you to talk about Echinoforce. Great supplement, especially for this time of year, cold and flu season. And if you're not familiar with A. Vogel, go to their website. You can find it. Try it this way: Bioforce USA. Is it .com or .org, Dr. Fontaine?
.com.
I think it's bioforce.com. We'll check it. And we're going to talk about Echinoforce. You should always have that around the house, especially during cold and flu season. One of the best echinacea products ever. It's been around for decades. Come back, we'll explain. You understand why I feel so passionate about it.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Fortin is my guest in this portion of the show, and she is an educator for A. Vogel. Visit bioforceusa.com, and that'll get you to the A. Vogel website. A. Vogel was a person, and the history of Dr. Vogel, you'll find it on the website. I've talked about that before on the show. Before we get into the Echinoforce, Dr. Fortin, I want to ask you a question. I was looking at your curriculum vitae, and I see you were a full professor in spatial ecology. I have to ask you, I have some sense of what spatial ecology is, but I would like, could you just explain what spatial ecology is?
I don't think you have the right.
Okay, so there's somebody with your name, and she she's a professor in spatial ecology. So, in case you want to, so if anybody ever wants to give you those credentials, just so you know, that's the reason why.
Okay.
But
it's quite a common name in French, so I'm
sure.
not surprised there's other people with other credential with my name.
Yeah, so you're a naturopath and you're a biochemist and an educator for A. Vogel. The Echinoforce is I was mentioning, a wonderful nutraceutical, especially during cold and flu season. In your mind, explain for the listener and the viewer of the show why that is such a wonderful nutraceutical.
Well, especially the A. Vogel product, there's so many research that have been done on the remedy that shows that it's a very large spectrum antiviral. And since we know that 90% of cold and flu are viral, this is very important because it will help protect us from most things going around. And if we take it preventively, it will even make sure that you're a lot less susceptible to cold and flu. Research have been showing that you can actually reduce by 59% the incidence of cold and flu by taking that remedy. So that's very impressive. And when people are sick, if they're using it, it will help shorten the length of their cold. Usually the cold is a day and a half shorter, and the symptoms are 62% less intensive.
Yeah, you were anticipating my question. I was going to ask you, once infected with a cold virus or a flu virus, does the product have any application? And you answered the question. It does.
Absolutely.
Have you used the product?
Oh, I use it all the time. I do have children, and I can tell you it's a lifesaver because it really makes a huge difference. While their friends are always sick, mine are seldomly sick. They really have a strong immune system because of the remedy, and I do have a daughter that is asthmatic. So if you consider that asthmatic people have a tendency to get cold and flu a lot more than other people because their lungs have more issue getting rid of all that mucus. So, once they get it, it's a lot harder for them to get rid of it. And I can tell you, using Echinoforce preventively for her has made a huge difference.
So this it will support the immune system for children as well as adults then?
Yes. It's recommended for children 2 years and up, and adults can also use the remedy.
May I ask where you live? Do you live in France or do you live in Canada? Where do you live?
In Canada, in Ottawa, the Ottawa area.
The Ottawa area. Do they speak French there all the time?
There's a lot of French people in Ontario, especially in the east part of it. Yes.
So have you ever visited the A. Vogel facility in Switzerland?
Yes, I did. It's quite impressive.
Oh, I'm sure. That must have been a hard trip. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Well, I didn't want to leave. As a biochemist, I visited their facility, and I just wanted to stay there and work for them there.
So you're a scientist, and I'm interested in what you just said is interesting to me, that you were impressed with their research facility. Give us some insight into what impressed you so much.
Well, they have a quality control lab on site, and they just to produce Echinaforce, they have 100 quality checkpoints they go through.
Wow.
It's one of the most natural remedy ever, but they control everything from growing the plant to making the remedy out of it. And every step has to be perfect. So they make sure they have the best ever green compost. They make sure the condition where how it grows are optimal. And also when it's time to harvest, they harvest everything by hand. And they put everything in maceration right away, so the plant will not wither because they're left unattended. Mm-hmm. And then once they're doing the maceration, they make sure that everything stays very stable, optimal temperature control, mm-hmm. optimal extracts. Everything is measured all throughout the process.
Yeah. See, most consumers, when they walk into a health store or wherever they purchase their supplements, hopefully they go to a health store and not a, where they buy their lawn and garden supplies. Some people do that. You don't want to do that. They don't understand that not all these companies are equal in the care and attention that they devote to the raw materials and in the way the raw materials are handled in manufacturing of the product. So as a scientist, you were quite impressed then with A. Vogel's growing and handling of the raw material to make the final product, the Echinaforce, huh?
Yes, because they use the state-of-the-art technology to produce the most respectful and balanced natural remedy out there. Mm-hmm. They make sure to respect the natural equilibrium in the plant. They make sure that they get the highest concentration of active principle, not by adding some active principle, but by making sure that when it grows, it has everything it needs to produce it. So they make sure that they combine the natural aspect with the scientific aspect perfectly.
I gotcha. It turns out at the beginning of the 1950s, Dr. Alfred Vogel spent some time with the Native American Sioux in the United States and wanted to know how these indigenous people use the power of nature to help them, take charge of their health. And he made friends with a Sioux medicine man called Ben Black Elk. And turns out, I'll tell you the rest of the story and how this all plays in with the current day.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A. Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A. Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A. Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Neocell, the true science of collagen. Enzymatica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Fortin is my guest, educator for A. Vogel, and I was telling you the story about Alfred Vogel, who visited the United States in the 1950s, and he spent time with Native American Sioux. And he met a Sioux medicine man by the name of Ben Black Elk. Turns out they became friends, and Ben Black Elk gave Dr. Vogel the seeds, and he took the echinacea plant, and he took them back to Switzerland and grew the crop. Isn't that right, Dr. Fortin?
That's right. And took all the information he could from the chief Indian, but after that, when he went back to Switzerland, he made his own observation on the plant, and he was quite impressed.
Mm-hmm. So we're showing, my producer, we were able to find some images of the A. Vogel facility in Switzerland. It's quite beautiful there. And to your point, I mean, you were very, when you visited the facility, there it is, lovely place. If you're watching at letstalknutrition.com, you made a point that they were, as a scientist, you observed that they were so careful in the way they grew the crop and the way they handled the raw material once in the facility, which is right close to the fields where they grow the crop. And we end up with a wonderful product. That product's been around, 50, 60 years or so?
Yeah, they start growing it in '53, so it's been available as a product for over 60 years now.
And it becomes in pill form, and it comes in a liquid. I've used both, and sometimes I take both, especially if I get sick. I wish I would have had some with me on my trip. I forgot to get it. So you've used it for years then, and you get and your children and whatnot, and the other children seem to do well with it as well. Are any tips or any recommendations you can give on the use of the product in everyday life?
Well, there's 3 different ways you can approach a product. If you're somebody that gets everything that goes around, if you're surrounded by sick people all the time, like people working in hospitals and daycares, and when it comes to cold season, you're completely surrounded by sick people all the time, it's a good idea to take it preventively. You should use it 2 to 3 times a day if everybody's sick, to make sure that your immune system is strong, healthy, and able to cope with anything coming your way. Mm-hmm. And if ever you develop symptoms, then you can increase it to 5 times a day. So you can actually take it every 3 hours if you have any symptoms. Usually that will keep, if ever you develop something, it will keep everything to a minimum. It will make a huge difference. If, on the other hand, you're somebody that is getting cold, several cold every year, and you're not particularly susceptible, but you can have some, and there's a bit of sick people around you, just taking it once a day preventively can make a difference in that case.
Sure.
You don't necessarily need to do it 2-3 times a day. But there are some people that just get colds every 2-3 years.
I understand.
In that situation, those people might decide to just start taking it at the first symptoms. The thing is, if you wait until you're very sick to take it, that means you have a lot of viruses in your system. So your body has to work harder to get rid of them. So if you take the product right at the beginning, it will work faster, but not because it's not effective. If you take it when you're sick, it has more work to do.
I understand.
So if you take it at the first symptoms, then you have a better chance to keep it under control, and it's going to be a lot easier for your body to eliminate all the viruses.
Got it.
But,
and Echinaforce is sold, of course, in the United States and fine health stores throughout the United States. It's spelled ECHINA, Echina, and then Force, Force, Echinaforce. Echina for echinacea, Echinaforce. Go ahead. You were going to finish your thought.
Yes, and when you develop any symptoms, then you should always use the product every 3 hours. That way you're making sure there's always some in your system, and it will help support your immune system so that it works more efficiently. It's an immunomodulator, not a stimulant, so it's optimized the efficacy of your immune system.
I see.
But it also helped neutralize the viruses. They did a little study showing that the alkylamide, the main active principle in Echinophore's, actually binds to viruses and prevent them from invading cells and causing even more infection. So if you have enough of the alkylamide in your system to neutralize all the viruses, you're actually going to get rid of the cold a lot faster.
That's interesting. And so it doesn't just amplify or boost the immune system. If it's too, let me ask you this: does it function like an adaptogen? If the immune system is too amped, or if it's not amplified enough, it will accommodate either condition. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes, it's modulating, so it's making sure it's at the optimal level without overstimulating it.
And you can, people make a mistake. Sometimes they start taking medications, pharmaceuticals, and nutraceuticals that really boost the immune system too much, and you don't want to do that either, right?
No, because then what happens if you take them for a long time, like the first few weeks, it's going to boost your immune system, but if you keep pushing at it, it's going to cause a sudden decrease in production of white blood cells. So you're ending up not better. Your immune system has been overstimulated, and then it's crashing. That's what we call leukopenia, and that's typical of a stimulant. But they have clearly shown that Echinophore's does not do that.
Wonderful.
It will optimize the efficacy, and that's why it has been approved for a use of 4 months, consecutive 4 months, because they have shown that it will not cause that leukopenia from happening. It's just going to make sure your immune system is working as it should.
Dr. Fortin, thank you so much. I wish you a healthy new year. And A. Vogel, go to bioforceusa.com, and that'll get you to the A. Vogel website. And you want to take the Echinophore's during cold and flu season. And, of course, this show is on demand. You can go back and listen to it or watch it. Again, Dr. Fortin, thank you so much for being on today, and a healthy new year to you and your family.
Thank you. You too.
Take care of yourself. We'll be back in the second hour, and we'll have another guest in the lineup. Batter up. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, where we not only talk about why, but how you can take charge of your health. And you are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition Coast to Coast.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope you're off to a good start for 2016. My guest in this portion of the show will be Tim Mount. We'll get to Tim in a moment. And, of course, this time of year, New Year's resolutions are a big deal. I'm a big fan. I think they're useful for a lot of different reasons. I've talked about that on previous shows. So, are you going to exercise this year? Are you going to do a little better with your diet? You're going to try to manage your stress? Well, these are all important questions, right? Turns out a new study coming out of Washington State University suggests that when you frame New Year's resolutions in the form of a question, people tend to stick to the resolution. This is interesting. The study was published in the Journal of Consumer Psychology. And one of the co-authors of the study and senior associate at the dean of the Carson College of Business at Washington State U, Dr. Dave Sprout, said, if you question a person about performing a future behavior, he said, the likelihood of that behavior happening will change, close quote. This is interesting to me. This is yet another strategy or technique to help people stick to their goals. The basic idea is that when people are asked certain kinds of questions, will you recycle? Will you use environmentally friendly products? Whatever the question may be, the question tends to influence the behavior of people when they get a chance to do whatever it is that you question them about. It seems that the question serves to remind people that whatever you ask them, whether it's about recycling or using environmentally friendly products, helps them to feel, it makes them feel uncomfortable if they're not going to recycle or if they're not going to use environmentally friendly products in their home. Thus, the theory goes, or the hypothesis goes, people become motivated to do that which you ask them to alleviate or ameliorate those feelings of discomfort. This is an interesting strategy. So now what I need to do following the findings of this study is pose the questions. Are you going to eat a healthier diet? Are you going to eat a diet that's lower in processed foods, cookies, crackers, cakes, chips, colas, cupcakes, and so on? I should pose it as a question. This is interesting to me. It's a simple thing to do, and rather than, for example, don't drink and drive. We hear that all the time. What these researchers are suggesting is to pose it as a question. Will you drink and drive? So don't tell people, ask them. And if you ask them, that tends to reinforce the behavior that you're seeking them to change or asking them to consider. So, rather than me telling you, you need to exercise in 2016, I should ask you, Are you going to exercise in 2016 more frequently? Thought you'd like to hear about that. One real quick study. I thought it's important that you hear about this. It was trending out of University of Texas. Apparently, sugars in Western diets increase the risk for breast cancer tumors and metastases. Wow. Dr. Yang, assistant professor of palliative rehabilitation and integrative medicine, said, quote, "We found that sucrose intake," it was an experimental study with mice, "we found that sucrose intake in mice comparable to levels of Western diets led to increased tumor growth and metastases when compared to a non-sugar starch diet," close quote. And of course, on Let's Talk Nutrition, I've talked about this, the idea of excess sugars and added sugars to food and the deleterious effects of doing that, one of which is correlated with cancer. So in this particular study, which was a experiment with mice, they found an increased risk for breast cancer tumors and metastases in the mice when they up their intake of sucrose. So I'm just reminding you of, be mindful of the sugar. My guest is Tim Mount. He's an educator for Neocell. Tim's been on my show a number of times in the past, and especially in 2015. He's visiting today in 2016. Tim, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. So your number one New Year's resolution for 2016 is?
Getting back to what I know is good for me.
What happened? Did you run off the rails or something?
It's the holiday, the meals, and I had family in town and traveled a lot, and sometimes things just get away from me. To be honest with you, I'm not even on our Neocell Collagen every single day, and I kick myself for it. I think, what am I doing? I know how important.
Let's talk about that. And first of all, thank you very much for being self-disclosive and sharing that. A lot of guests wouldn't do that, because what you just shared is not uncommon, and many people they were shaking their heads. I could see them shaking their heads as you were saying that. What happens during the holidays? Why do we seem to surrender all of our good, healthy habits and ways of living? What's up with that? I don't understand it. Do you?
In my head, for some reason, and I know this is terrible to think, I think, well, I have New Year's coming up. I can just let it slide for, just this one time, and then this one time snowballs into 10 times, and then it's 2 months later, and you're always thinking, well, I can always do that later. I can always, stick to my New Year's resolution this year, the whole year next year. Anyway, I think it's very easy. It's that slippery slope. And for me, I one day I'll wake up and go, wait a second, what have I been doing for the last month or two? And, just not just me. I think when I had a private practice before working for Neocell, I knew that compliance was the number one issue. I could have the most amazing health care and supplement routine and lifestyle advice, and if the person that I was consulting with didn't do it, all of that meant nothing. I mean, I think a really good question, as you were saying, is, are you going to stick to your New Year's resolution this year?
Good point.
That might be the most important question.
There's something else I think is operating here. Based on my own personal experience, I have a hypothesis about why, at least one hypothesis about why people tend to surrender their healthy habits during the holidays. I think that there is some social pressure that people experience. What I'm getting at is this, and this has happened to me, where if you're around friends and family members that you typically don't see all the time, and if you practice your healthy ways of eating and living, it tends to draw attention to you, and sometimes even questions, and sometimes even criticism. People say, What do you mean you're not going to have any pie? You know what I'm saying? That in other words, you succumb to the pressure of not sticking to your routine because everybody around you is not going to doesn't live the way you live in their everyday life. So rather than being, for lack of a better way to say it, the social deviant in the group, you comply with everybody else. I don't know. That's just one thought. I had some people say during the holidays, I was sitting at dinner with some people, and it came to the dessert, and somebody looked over at me and said, "And don't you say a word." Pointed the finger at me. "And don't you say a word that I'm going to order this pie." We'll be back with Tim Mount.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymatica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymatica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose corn syrup or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has Berry Garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin omega-3 and probiotics for kids, Body Boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, Prenatal Plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and Body Boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by a dad.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Neural Balance with Anandinol. Restore calm, reduce aggression, and increase well-being. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. Tim Mount is my guest from Neocell, educator for Neocell. And I was talking with Tim about New Year's resolutions and why people fall off the rails. Welcome back, Tim. So in terms of health and beauty, what would be a good resolution? In other words, for people who want to maintain the integrity of their hair, skin, and nails, their collagen matrix, what would be something that they could do? We know why they need to do it, but how? What would be the New Year's resolution?
Well, I think it would be to focus on actually incorporating a Neocell collagen product into their daily routine. And I think that's the key most times to sticking with something, is to get it so it's almost like habit. So you just wake up and, hey, this is what you do. And, a lot of people walk over and they go switch on the coffee maker. Well, if you can do something, if you can leave, say, the Neocell bottle right next to your toothbrush when you brush your teeth in the morning and you have a cup of water ready, doing that to get it just integrated into your daily life is maybe even more important than deciding what to do. I think a lot of us have healthy routines that we know we should be doing, but once you incorporate it, it makes a huge difference where it's like second nature to you. So I would suggest either first thing in the morning, last thing at night, having a Neocell collagen bottle next to your nightstand or wherever you see it, then to just have it be a secondary nature type of thing and take it regularly.
One particular product that would serve as an all-purpose kind of give an all-purpose effect or serve a general purpose?
I personally think that our Beauty Infusion, even though it's named Beauty Infusion, works for the whole body. It's the best whole body supplement that we offer. Beauty Infusion does work for hair, skin, and nails, and that's kind of what it's targeted for. But the high dose of collagen also helps internally with connective tissue, like your joint tissue and your bones as well. So Beauty Infusion would be my choice, but our Super Collagen is the best-selling collagen in the entire nation, and that's a great choice too, and it's very affordable. You're spending less than $15 or $20 a month to get a full body benefit.
There's something that I keep doing these shows on collagen matrix, collagen-related products, and what I don't see a lot of, I mean, it's always not always, but frequently, like we're doing today, for example, talked about within the context of personal care, health and beauty, and so on. It would seem to me that reinforcing the collagen matrix, supporting the collagen matrix for all the connective tissue in your body would be something that athletes would want to consider, especially, football players, track, whatever it may be. And I don't see much of that conversation, Tim.
Yeah, I think that there is maybe a stigma because people had collagen injected into their lips and stuff like that, where people think of it for beauty only. And in reality, we know at Neocell, because we are very familiar with our customers, most people start taking it for beauty, but continue to take it because they feel better and their joints are more mobile. Their recovery from exercise is better. And that actually is a more noticeable effect faster than, say, an external skin benefit. So we do reach out, and we have a number of very high-profile athletes. But I think everybody in the athletic world has kind of been brainwashed into whey protein and branched-chain amino acids. And I say the first thing that you need to do is make sure you're not injured and laid up on the couch because you're not practicing, you're not playing in the game. So wouldn't connective tissue be the most important supplement that you should take so you can continue to play and guard against that injury? And so, it's a little bit of a battle, but being an athlete myself, I can vouch for how important collagen is for your connective tissue.
Sure.
And it's definitely a population that's important that should be taking collagen.
And there's another segment of the population that gets ignored here, and that's the elderly. And what I'm getting at is this. Everybody's talking about health and beauty products, and typically is for, ironically, you find a lot of young people taking beauty products and a lot of middle-aged people. Then the elderly sort of get lost in the conversation as if somehow their beauty has left them and they're no longer beautiful, which is not true. But beyond beauty, for the elderly, keeping their connective tissue healthy and healthier is an important health issue. And they would be prime candidates for collagen-related types of products like at Neocell, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I have a wealth of studies on bone health, especially for people, say, over 65. Collagen basically has been depleted out of their bone, and it has no more strength and flexibility, which is why a younger person can fall and not break their hip. But the older person who's lost the collagen has lost the bone flexibility. It becomes very brittle, and therefore the bone breaks. It's almost like breaking a stick of chalk because it's only very brittle minerals. There's no collagen left. So it's funny to some degree that even we find the people in their golden years tend to take it for beauty benefits first, and that's for nail and hair growth.
That's
especially.
interesting.
And the bone is almost like a secondary benefit. My mother, in the room next to me right now, is a prime example of that, who was recently diagnosed with osteoporosis. I couldn't get her to take our collagen, and she tried a bottle, and her nails started growing fast, and she said, hey, I'm going to start taking this stuff.
Good for
I'm
her.
slapping myself on the head.
Well, good. Be a good son. Take care of your mom. She took care of you, right? And I get that. We're going to come back. We'll talk more with Tim Mount and Neocell and the collagen for you.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. My guest is Tim Mount, educator for Neocell, talking about collagen and some of the products at Neocell. Collagen is a primary structural protein in what's called the extracellular space or matrix. That's space between cells related to connective tissues. And it's the most abundant protein in mammals. It depends who you're reading, but 25 to 35%. It makes up about 25 to 30% of the whole body protein content. And collagen, in the form of what they call these elongated fibrils, is found in the fibrous tissues in your body, such as your tendons, ligaments, and skin. You'll also find it in corneas, cartilage, bones, blood vessels, your gut, the intervertebral discs, dentin, which is found in your teeth, muscle tissue. So it's throughout your body. It would seem wise then that you would want to keep that matrix, that collagen matrix, and the collagen levels high and healthy. So we can do something about that. Welcome back, Tim. So now then, I should ask you, since you've been on last, have you had any new products come out other than that Beauty Infusion?
Well, we have a new product called Glow Matrix.
Oh, yes, the Glow Matrix.
Product.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Glow Matrix is actually my favorite product. We're getting some absolutely incredible testimonials. Anybody that has, say, flaky, patchy skin, redness, skin inflammation, we're seeing tremendous results with people with any of those conditions. But it was originally designed to be an internal hydrator of the skin and the eyes. It has something called ceramides in it, which is the very outer layer, the outer barrier of your skin that holds moisture into your skin, plus some hyaluronic acid, a number of other really hydrating ingredients that was really designed to be a complement or a standalone product to collagen, which is more structurally based. So the actual studs of your house, the structure of your tissues is usually made of collagen. This one affects moisture within that tissue, and so it can be really a good 1-2 benefit. So Glow Matrix is one of the newer ones, and we have a whole line of Platinum Matrix products that are coming out that attack each benefit within the body. We have a joint hydrator that's almost about ready to be released. We have some joint chews that are coming out. So it's going to be a very exciting 2016 year for us.
Good. Website that people can visit?
Neocell.com, Neocell.com. I highly recommend people go to our YouTube channel as well. We have a number of training videos. And like our Facebook page, we run contests, we have updates, and it's really interactive. So we'd appreciate some likes there as well.
So the website, neocell.com, and then on YouTube, what would they just type in? Neocell keyword?
Yeah, just type in Neocell Collagen as a search, and then our channel will come up with a number of videos.
Are you in any of them?
I might be.
Okay. Just wondered. So, like with your mom now, which product do you have her taking?
Right now, she is taking the liquid collagen, the pomegranate flavor, because it's really convenient. She doesn't like swallowing pills or mixing powders up. So this one, you just kind of take a slug when it's sitting there in your fridge, and you're done.
Good. And the Glow Matrix, is that in a pill, liquid, powder, what?
It's a capsule, and the product is vegetarian, in case anybody is wondering. Collagen, of course, does come from animals, so anybody that's a vegetarian and hasn't been able to take a collagen or a beauty product because of that can take Glow Matrix. But yeah, it's 3 capsules once a day. I do recommend people double up their first dose just to kind of get the ball rolling there. And I've heard many times an overnight benefit that's noticeable. I mean, people's skin starts feeling incredibly soft and smooth very, very quickly, within a few hours sometimes.
Wow. As you know, there are different types of collagen, type 1, type 2, type 3, and so on. Typically, what types of collagen, which types are the Neocell products targeting?
We focus on types 1 and 3, and you can almost think of those as the same thing. They're always found together, and as a matter of fact, type 3 turns into type 1. Type 2 is its own kind of standalone. We do have a type 2 product, but it's very specific for cartilage only. So say somebody that has runner's knee or has torn a meniscus and wants some nutritional support, that type of thing. Type 2 is for cartilage only. Everything else, hair, skin, nails, ligaments, tendons, bones, the eyes, the blood vessels and the cardiovascular system, the digestive tract, all of that is types 1 and 3. That makes up over 90% of the collagen in your body. So types 1 and 3 is going to be a great one unless somebody specifically knows they have a type 2 cartilage issue.
What's the name of the product that's targeted for cartilage, the type 2 cartilage? What's the name of your product?
It's called Collagen 2 Joint Complex, and it also contains glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid. So all 4 of the main nutrients that make up cartilage tissue are found in the correct ratios in our Collagen 2 Joint Complex product. So it's a great all-in-one. They don't have to worry about combining different things. And it's my father's favorite because he's been a runner for the last 20 years. He asked for 4 bottles for Christmas.
Oh, you got 4 bottles for Christmas. What does he, anecdotally, what does he report to you about the use of that product?
A lot of it's pain and mobility. So he's been very literally pounding the pavement for so long that his knees, after several years of doing this, are just so... they're just creaky, I guess, is kind of the way he's described it. So the hyaluronic acid and collagen can help to reduce inflammation and pain. There's been a number of studies on that for joints. And I think that's the biggest benefit. I know that it's helping to stimulate the rebuilding of the tissue itself, but the benefit that he notices most is that pain and that creakiness going away. Because
I was talking with somebody yesterday, and they were complaining about having osteoarthritis in their joints, and he's a runner, a long-time runner. He was even able to tell me the thousands of miles he has run. I'm thinking, wow. So I'll keep this in mind. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. My guest is Tim Mount, educator for Neocell. Visit their website, neocell.com. Then go to YouTube, and in the search bar, type in Neocell cartilage, or collagen rather, and then you can watch the YouTube videos, the instructional videos. Very good. We'll come back. We'll have the LTN health question of the day. Right answer, $25 gift card.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol, or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Are you or someone you love being held captive by social anxiety, poor sleep, feelings of aggression, or inability to focus? Neural Balance can help, and it's kosher certified and GMO-free. Neural Balance is a tasty drink mix that contains the patented ingredient, anandinol. Anandinol was created by an endocrinologist and a pharmacist seeking an herbal solution to their own children's struggles. Neural Balance tastes great, it's easy to administer, and starts to work within the first 20 minutes by reducing anxious or aggressive behavior and restoring calm naturally, without sedation or harmful side effects. Safe for children and adults, Neural Balance combines magnesium, CoQ10, B6, 3 types of passiflora, and a special blend of enzymes to bring peace, calm, and focus. To find Neural Balance at a health store near you, visit us at shopneuralbalance.com. Neural Balance, for a balanced life. Learn more at shopneuralbalance.com.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body, healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Neocell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. I was in my conversation with Tim Mount. We were talking about just a moment ago the different types of collagen. Which type of collagen is associated with cartilage? Type 1, type 2, or type 3? Gave you the answer just about 2 minutes ago. Which type of collagen is associated with cartilage? Type 1, type 2, or type 3? 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number. Right answer, $25 gift card. 87 phone lines are lit up. Turns out that your aging is one of the risk factors for the collagen matrix becoming damaged or degrading. There's a process called glycation that occurs in your body, and where the proteins that constitute the collagen will bind or connect with sugar molecules. Not a good idea. And what happens is then the cells lose their elasticity and become stiff. And the collagen also loses some of its ability then to hold on to water, which even then damages it more. It can't stay hydrated. This is called it's called cross-linking, where proteins cross-link with sugar molecules. Bad news. Glycation end products is what's typically referred to here. So advanced glycation end products, ages. Tim, welcome back. That's one of the risk factors here. That's one of the things that causes the collagen matrix to lose its integrity, right?
Yeah, there's a natural breakdown of collagen through enzymes, just as the normal turnover of your body occurs.
Yes.
But you can make that worse by eating sugars and going through this glycation process. Really, any toxins, anything that produces free radicals is likely damaging your collagen. But sugar is a main one, and something that we all need to, avoid whenever possible.
Let's go to St. Petersburg, Florida. Joe, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Healthy New Year.
Happy New Year, Doc. How you doing?
Doing fine. Thank you for asking. Which type of collagen is associated with cartilage? Type 1, type 2, or type 3?
I believe it was type 3.
Not today. I'm sorry, but usually you win. Usually you get them right.
I know.
But not today. So you're call the next time, okay?
I certainly will, Doc.
All right. Take care. Let's go to Doylestown. Amy, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Where's Doylestown? Amy.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Amy. How are you? Welcome to the show. Where's Doylestown?
Doylestown is about 30 miles north of Philadelphia. We're next to Lansdale, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. All right, good. So we know it's not. The answer is not type 3. So is it type 1 or type 2 collagen where that's associated with cartilage?
2.
Type 2. Congratulations. And what's the temperature today in Doylestown?
Well, it's supposed to get up to 32 degrees today, so it's cold.
I guess so. So that means you're below 32 right now.
Right now it says 20 in my car.
Oh, you're driving?
Well, I pulled over for you guys.
Oh, well, we'll get you back on the road. Congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card. Thank you for listening to us in this very cold weather in Doylestown. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care of yourself. 20 degrees, Tim. It's nice. You're in California, right?
I'm actually in Austin, Texas, but our company's based out of California.
Yeah, what's the temperature there today?
We're in the low 60s right now.
Yeah, we're cool here in Tampa. It was in the 50s and lower in some places, so a little cool around here for us. There's a product out there that people have been taking forever, that Knox gelatin product. What is up with that? Tell me about that.
So gelatin is the unhydrolyzed non-supplement form of collagen. So basically, gelatin is a naturally occurring substance. And when you don't hydrolyze it, when you don't put it through a natural enzyme process to break it down, the gelatin remains, and it's very difficult to digest and absorb. So basically, it passes through your body. People that are eating Jell-O or making, say, bone broth soup are extracting or using that gelatin, but it doesn't really get into your bloodstream and affect the cells to then produce more collagen. A hydrolyzed form, a supplement form of collagen is much, much different than just an unhydrolyzed gelatin. And that was kind of the breakthrough back in 1986, which started Neocell. We discovered this process of hydrolyzing collagen and making it into a bioactive form that then increases the collagen production in your body.
So that turned out to be a good question. I didn't know how you were going to answer that. I said, let me throw him a curveball and see what he. And I didn't spit on the ball either. It was a legitimate curveball. I said, let me just throw this and see if he can hit it. Good answer. Very good. Excellent. So, yeah, that's that, and I'm glad that answer really helps clear up. It's hard to eat your way into a better collagen matrix, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we eat collagen on a daily basis. If you're eating any animal products, you're going to be eating collagen. It's found in all of our tissues except for our brain, and therefore all of an animal's tissues. So if we're eating a steak, we're eating collagen, but none of that is doing anything because it just doesn't get into our body. It's designed to be a very strong protein. It's designed to hold your body together. It wouldn't do its job if it would break down.
I got it. That's why.
Have to get it in a hydrolyzed form, yeah.
And get it in a hydrolyzed form. Visit neocell.com. Also go to YouTube and check out the Neocell educational instructional videos there. Type in Neocell collagen and you'll find them. And a couple of products that Tim mentioned were the Glow Matrix. He's very happy. He loves that product. And Beauty Infusion was another one. They have several and any number of products in different forms. Powders, liquids, chews, which are yummy. So visit their website. Tim, Healthy New Year. I wish the best, by the way, to your mom. Tell her that I said that. And we always appreciate you having on the show. You're a good guest. You're smart. You're always ready to answer good questions. We appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Garko. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and your family. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll get at it again, where on Let's Talk Nutrition, we not only talk about why you need to do things that will help you take charge of your health, but how you can do it. Your health is your wealth.